is you against the elements.
Yeah, the temperature just fell off a cliff. Who else is stupid enough to like come into the mountains when it's Baltic and sleep in a little hut with like no running water, no lights, no nothing? Get off this mountain like now. Nice and warm, the weather was good, there was no real wind. It's just like, it would have been a lovely day to have spent at the seaside.
It was summer. I was really happy to be on that bike, and it felt really good with the tail fin bags. It felt really nice and balanced.
Got enough food?
Probably not. Probably need more. So my name's John Woodhouse. I work for Merida Bikes. Probably my job description would be marketing dog's body, a little bit of everything. I grew up in North Wales, so although Snowdon or Wither and Tryfan, all those mountains seem to get the most kind of like talk about, like the Carnetho, they're still really big hills, but I've never been up them. I've never really heard of many people mountain biking them. So when we wanted to put a route together, they kind of came to mind. And it's also handy that there's a bothy that's kind of situated just below the ridgeline. And we came up with the idea of going from the seaside at Llanfairfechan, so on the north coast of North Wales,
to the summit of the second highest mountain in Snowdonia with fully loaded bikepacking bikes.
Then we started climbing uphill. It's actually pretty good going to begin with. You could actually ride all of it, you know, it's pretty steep.
I think from here, now going up that road, it's even steeper. Oh dear.
We cracked onto this old Roman road, and as you could look behind us, you know, we get like great views out over into the sea. You know, you could see for miles around.
Punchy. Oh, 6.3k. But we have done 400 metres climbing in that, so.
Straight up.
Maybe we could get the ponies to like carry our stuff up later. That'd be sweet. At the moment we're skirting around the bottom of Drum, which is, you maybe see just behind me, slightly snow covered. And instead, kind of going around the front, we're going to save the main meal of getting up there, which is about 900 metres. We'll save that for tomorrow. I think we're over here.
Oh, we've done 14.92 kilometres.
Not too far.
Which is good because you wanted to stop at 15.
Yeah, Kerry was sort of like completely on it. Despite not knowing her very well before this, it's just like I couldn't have thought of anyone better to do it with.
I'm Kerry and I am a professional painter and decorator. I started mountain biking in, I think, probably 2016 and quite quickly got into XC racing. That then led many years later to World Cups. I loved pushing myself so that, you know, to the point where you can barely see because you've really left it all out there. I think the essence of an adventure like this is really to be out in nature, in the wilderness. I'm really interested to see how that transition kind of pans out because it's going to be the exact opposite to what I've trained for the last few years.
Saying goodbye to the sea. Hello mountains.
The hills that we could see were getting bigger and bigger.
And then kind of seeing them up on the tops and going like, oh, they're all covered in snow. You can see like a very distinct snow line on the higher stuff. You suddenly realise actually there's quite big hills up there. Problem with using a map, or say an OS map, to try and plot a route is that it's quite an imprecise tool. And
we're on this path. We should be on that path. We're gonna whack it straight down this field.
keeping it real. This is what mountain biking's all about.
It's exactly what it's about.
Getting lost.
have to do the classic free ride bro, dropping in.
Dropping in.
Oh, over this way I think. Oh, there's quite a lot of gorse, isn't there? Oh no, this is a poor idea. Just descending down through lots of gorse to get to it. Oi. Oh yeah, we're through. Yeah! My big mistake, and I should probably say it is mine, is that when we got to, again after struggling down this ditch, which might have been a path at some point, we then got to a little power station, and I did spot that it said Dullin Reservoir Power Station. I thought, oh, that's cool, it's just a little hydroelectric plant. Because I was like, Dullin is the Bothy that we're going to. Yeah, that's great. I hesitate to say it feels desperately near the end, but as we just proved, like getting near to the end doesn't mean that it's over. But yeah, we're at the right reservoir, Dullin Weir. Can't be that much further, it's got the same name. I should have thought at that point of like, well, if this is Dullin and we're going to Dullin and my map's saying that we need to go further around, I should have had a really good look at the map, because following that path then basically took us onto the wrong side of the valley.
I think we all thought we knew where it was. Yeah, we thought we were heading up a hill to the Bothy, but actually what we were doing is heading up a hill across the valley from the Bothy.
Yeah, the temperature just fell off a cliff. And then also then with the light going, then it's starting to go like, okay, we can see a clear path now, but is it going to be this easy to navigate when we get further around? Because it's either crack on and get to the Bothy and then at least we've got shelter and somewhere to stay for the night, or it's turn around and get off this mountain like now.
I'm looking forward to some food.
Around this way, I think. I think we need to head for that light, so.
Yeah, when the sun went, it was an immediate temperature drop. It is you against the elements, like.
Oh, you're right, there is a little light on there.
I've got to say it was really good when we suddenly realised that there was a light on in the bottom. Oh, at least we've got somewhere to stay that's not going to be dropping to like -7 or even colder, which, yeah, you could already see like the ice forming on our bags.
What a lovely place to take your bike for a walk, isn't it? Didn't entirely go to plan, but quite happy to be here.
But there's definitely always a sense of, I find like a sense of relief. It's a bit like weird going into the unknown, like kind of walking into someone's living room out in the middle of nowhere. But we're here now. It's very nice, very cosy. People have a fire on already. We're just going to have our tea. Obviously it's not like a pot noodle where it's like delicious sauce. Just wash your hands in case of skull.
You guys bike a lot then?
Yeah.
But the one on
We're making a split on the place. Got up, went outside, and it's just beautiful. The sky was pink, it was really crisp, and it was completely silent, apart from the river that was just slightly down below the Bothy. It is amazing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really like waking up in the wilderness. We decided to adapt the route slightly. So instead of dropping down, we decided to go off-piste and come off the main track. So as we started to walk up, the fog I think was just getting thicker and thicker.
That's over 1,000 metres. There's zero cover. There is a refuge right at the top, but apart from that there is zero cover, and once we're up there, we're very much up there.
I just thought, what is the plan if the fog actually hasn't lifted? A lovely slushy slush puppy.
I assume we don't have any Ribena left. We could have packed it in there and had like a proper slushy.
Damn it.
Oh wow. So I think this is a bit of the, I think it's a Lancaster bomber that crashed here, I think just after the end of the Second World War. They also made navigational mistakes, but with the key difference is that they flew it into the hillside and everyone on board died. Pretty tragic, but I think all over here is kind of bits of the plane that came down. At least you wouldn't know anything about it. You'd be flying merrily along and then...
Especially if they had bad visibility like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job we're not in planes, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Wheels safely on the ground. As we were nearing the top, and it's just like, okay, what are we gonna do? And yeah, turned around and you could see that the mist was being blown off the mountain.
We all turned round and the fog was just like gone.
Yeah, the big reveal of the landscape, it couldn't have been any more sort of cinematic if it had tried, I don't think. This is it, the highest point.
Second highest point
Yeah.
in Snowdonia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow, look at that.
that is a monster view. I think that might be the one that we have to go for.
Yeah.
Over there. When we were up there and we're kind of looking around and we're trying to figure out, okay, so where's the next one? Where's the next peak? Because I knew it's two peaks linked by a ridge, and then seeing the other peak in the distance and going, actually that's quite a bit of descent and climb to the next one. Been really hard going. It fought us all the way this entire route, and I was just like kind of hopeful that it's going to be the big reveal and we'll get this magical descent, and yeah, that just didn't happen. Absolutely did not happen. It fought us all the way to the bottom. In fact, I don't know how much. We rode 600, 700, 800 metres in distance of something that was 700 metres vertical drop. So it's just nothing. We'd carried our bikes all the way up there, and we pretty much carried our bikes all the way down. Yeah, and in some bits it was probably scramble territory. So you had to basically form a human chain to hand our bikes down, because you had to hold on with one hand and feet, try and control quite a heavy bike coming down on the other. It's quite advanced scrambling.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
That's literally as the sun is just going behind that ridge line. That was type 2, possibly type 3 fun. That's the thing, I think we wanted an epic, we got an epic. Would I want to do that again? No, never.
I didn't actually realise, to be fair, that North Wales was this. So it's, yeah, it's a really nice surprise.
I think it's easy with mountain biking that the mountain bit gets taken out a bit, but a mountain bike is a pretty wicked little tool for having proper adventures. And it's not like we had to go to some far-flung country, we just went to North Wales. If you've got the desire to do it, obviously you've got kind of basic mountain skills and you've got the right kit and equipment, and you're going to be sensible about the risks you take and everything like that. I mean, like, anyone could have a go at this sort of thing. It is really good fun. And there might be bits where it's not particularly good fun. Usually even then after the fact, you'll go, actually, oh, that bit wasn't so bad. Or you can certainly laugh about it, going like, actually it was quite hilarious to be pushing a bike up a snowy mountain for 4 hours and then finding there's no descent as a reward. Yeah, what are you going to do? I've also realised, well, I've never done much mountain biking in this part of North Wales. That's 'cause
And nor has anyone else.
Yeah, that's because only idiots would do this.